Welcome everybody to the press box, the total sports platform. I'm your host Cee Will, and tonight actually, we're gonna discuss the Razorbacks and the LSU Tigers game that they just had. I'm going live stream right now after the game. I'm sure most of everybody, was excited to see the way that our team competed, especially considering what happened last week and the way that we've been playing all season. It was encouraging. It was encouraging to see, them have a game where they actually responded to the challenge. They actually rose to the challenge, and you know, we can always. Well, I'm gonna dissect the good and the bad because that's just what I'm supposed to do. It's my job to do that. But right now, I want to focus in on the good. A lot of questions that we had about the team got answered. Uh, some, we still don't like the answer to what we're seeing. But the good was that we saw them compete and, for the most part, stay confident for most of the game. And they had some moments to where they were rattled, but all in all, the guys, showed the right focus and the right confidence and belief. And that's why they were in position to win. I was happy with the running game. I was happy to see our offensive line making some positive plays, running the ball. Rashad DeBinion looked fantastic tonight. He had clearly his best game as a Razorback. And we've been searching for a balance with the running game, and we were able to run the ball pretty good tonight, and that's why we were able to stay in the game, and that set up a lot of opportunities for KJ Jefferson to make passes in the passing game. So I'm definitely happy with that progress because we were kind of struggling there, but we did pick it up against BYU. We ran much better, and tonight we ran even that much more better. We looked good in the passing game. Um, we made some big plays there. So, I mean, we showed the right balance on offense, um, which offense really hadn't looked great all year. So definitely can hang our hat on that. And the defense kind of showed me where they were. They finally, saw a legit offense, a legit offensive line, and they kind of put them on their heels in the second half. But they were dominant the first half. It looked like it was a game plan adjustment by the offensive coordinator in what Coach Williams was doing early, because what Coach Williams was doing was actually working. He was able to have success, and LSU was rattled for most of the game until the second half. But they quickly adjusted, and it seemed like that the defense couldn't adjust. So, they were high, and I'm still high on the defense compared to what we had last year. The defense definitely is improved. Now, they're not as good as the numbers say, because you got to decipher the competition that they've been playing, but they're definitely not the worst defense. I think we have a solid middle of the pack defense that shows signs of weakness. Their defensive line seemed to be fatigued as the game went on. The depth that we prided ourselves on really didn't show too much. The linebackers were not getting to the backfield. The LSU running game appeared to be working. They were more physical, and we were getting beat. Well, one guy was getting beat, mostly Jaheim Singletary. Right? They were picking on him, and I like Singletary. I think he's going to be a fantastic cornerback for us. But this is his first true year playing. He's a redshirt freshman from Georgia. You can see that the kid has talent. He has size, and through the first 3 games, he was looking dominant. But LSU has some NFL receivers and an NFL quarterback, so um, they knew not to go after Nudie, Dwight McLaughlin. They knew not to go at him because he made them pay with that interception earlier to start the game. So they were picking on the less experienced guy as they should, and they took advantage of him on some big plays. But he's going to learn from that. And you can't teach experience. I think that he'll learn from it and he'll be better. But it was a good test for the defense to actually see where they really are. Sometimes when you get whipped and get dominated, it'll refocus you. And I expect for the defense to get better after this game. But all in all, both sides of the ball played well enough to give us a chance to win in a hostile environment. My prediction was wrong, but it wasn't wrong by much. Um, Arkansas was a 17.5 point underdog tonight. 18 went up to 18 before kickoff. 18-point underdog tonight. And I knew that they would play better than that. I knew that with them being an 18-point underdog, that they would play with no pressure. I knew that they would play free because they had nothing to lose besides the game. But the one thing I'll say about that is that we need to see Arkansas play like this when they are expected to win. We need to see them when they're in a play like this when they're in a more even game. If we can get them to play like this when we're supposed to win, then we would be a better team because they wasn't supposed to win this game. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to be able, the great teams, they have to be able to perform when they're expected to. I like to call that handling prosperity because any coach, whether he's great or average, should be able to motivate his team if he's a 20-point underdog. I mean, the whole world doesn't think that you're going to do anything. So people always perform better whenever nobody expects them to. So, I mean, we got that tonight, but we needed that tonight. I'll take that tonight. We just have to learn from that and build on that. And I believe that we will build up on, what we, went through tonight. Experience definitely it shapes you. We still got a tough schedule coming up. We'll be in Arlington next week to play Texas A&M, and that's not going to be an easy game either. So, but you know, I know moral victories don't count as wins, but after the defeat last game, a moral victory may not be the worst thing, especially when your schedule is getting tougher and tougher and tougher. So I don't feel like that the team feels like that they lost tonight, and they really didn't lose. They lost, but they didn't lose. The key to this game, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna conclude this broadcast. But the key to this game was the mismanagement of our timeouts, and the way that we perform whenever we're in those 4th and 1s and 4th and 2s. Why do we be so nervous? Why do we be so shaky? Like this is the 4th game of the year, and we just have not been comfortable in those situations. I don't understand. I mean, either you believe that you're going to get it or you don't. I mean, to me, okay, they took the timeout, which, in my opinion, you're down 17-13. It's like 8 minutes, I believe, left in the third quarter. So you have a whole quarter and a half left. You're down by 4. Kick the field goal. LSU, you're on the road. The game is not desperate yet. Just kick the field goal. You have an All-American kicker. That's why he's on your team. Utilize him. He's a weapon. Just just keep the momentum going. So they took a timeout and they decided that they wanted to fake, which it was a good call. So I didn't actually mind the timeout to start because they got the first down. But then they had a couple of more bad plays, and for whatever reason, they called another timeout. And then they end up not getting the first down and ended up settling for the field goal when it cost you 2 timeouts just to get 3 points. When you could have just kicked the field goal from the beginning and just keep all of your timeouts. So just that little situation of mismanagement will cost you against a great team. And I'm not calling out coaching. He did a great job getting these guys up for the game, but in-game decision making, adjustments, game management, all that is premium. The great teams and the great coaches, they have that. I'm not saying Sam is a bad coach. He's a good coach. He's a solid coach. But Bobby Petrino, I know that his character is not great, and he'll never be seen how he should be seen in terms of what he was to the university. But it's tough to get. It's we're seeing that it's tough to get back to that level to where you got a coach that's prepared for situations like this. Like Bobby would not have hesitated. Bobby would have knew what he was going to do. And then when the fourth quarter came, how we just lost our focus a little bit. We had 4 penalties before the fourth quarter, but we ended up with 10 for the game. Like, what happened? Why do we always become mentally shook whenever the situation and pressure gets to be at its highest? Well, a lot of that comes from your leaders or your coaching. Like if we feel like that we're going to win and then we make decisions like we believe that we're going to win, then that will trickle down. But we had a few moments of uncertainty at the top, of our leadership, and it cost us this game. It wasn't the players. Players did all that they could do. The defense gave up plays, but they were also dominant. That was one of the greatest offenses in college football. So it's the little things. And will we ever get to the point to where we can do them? So all in all, I'm not hurt like last week. They definitely made us proud. They represented the state well. And, they gave us a thrill. And they have no reason to hang their heads. And as fans, we should feel good that our team represented, and now it's on to next week. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, the Press Box, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up on this video, Razorback fans. We all are one, Razorback Nation, and we all stick together through wins and losses. So go ahead and give, a like of appreciation. And that way, if you go ahead and subscribe, you'll be able to get, our content as soon as we release it hot off the press. So without anything left for me to cover for the rest of the night on this, I will follow up tomorrow with another show to kind of go over the game a little bit more, looking at the stats, and we'll look ahead a little bit to next week. So I want to thank you guys for watching the live stream show after the game. And until the next time, talk to you later. Peace out.